You see this? This is a picture of my older sister in 2002 when she graduated from college with honors with a degree in elementary education. Now she can no longer teach because in 2004, when she went to have her baby, the hospitals messed up, and the result was she ended up clinically dead for 13 minutes. Her baby had to be taken out during an emergency C-section and rushed to the hospital, and she ended up with brain damage. And even though now she's doing much better than she was before, she still needs assistance with prompting, making everyday decisions, and that kind of thing. And although there are laws that says alternative to guardianships are supposed to be used first, and if you do use a guardianship, family's supposed to come first. The courts where her case is at refused to acknowledge an alternative to guardianship, and they refused to make any more of the family members the guardian. And they did this knowing that her rights would be violated if she's under guardianship because it violates her constitutional rights, her human rights. And then the trustee that's on her case cost approximately over $200,000 of her funds to come up missing in her trust. And he has not been held accountable. Her former guardian took money out of her Social Security checks every month and has not been held accountable, even though we brought both of those issues to their attention. And also, the former guardian denied her right to go to counseling, basically her right to make decisions. When she told she didn't want a guardian, she ignored her. When she told she didn't want to pay, she ignored her, did what she wanted. And the trustee and the guardian has lashed out at the family, in particular me, for advocating for her rights. I have been threatened with jail time. I have been threatened with having my job taken away. I have had my pay suspended. I have lies upon lies told about me. Regardless of the fact they didn't have any proof, the judge would do things such as put a $2,000 bond on me in 2015, which lasted for 5 years, so that every time I petitioned the court, I had to pay $2,000. That violated my constitutional rights. They have the situations where I wasn't heard or wasn't allowed to present evidence to show that I was telling the truth and to basically rebut the lies that was told by the guardian, that was told by the trustee, and etc. And he didn't allow me the opportunity to do that. And my sister told him time and time again she didn't want anybody just as her guardian, but she had a guardian, she wanted me. The person that basically been caring for about almost 18 years now. Because for the first 13 years after the injury, or 14 years, after the injury, my mother and I cared for her. But my mother died from cancer. And the cancer she had was a rare kind where they didn't know where it came from. And when I researched it, they said that stress can cause cancer. And she was so stressed about what they was doing at the court, she wouldn't sleep at night. She would stay up all night because she was afraid it was going to take her away, put her in a home. She was afraid it was going to abuse. She was afraid it was going to kill her. And when we decided to stand up for the rights, they basically ignored us, or there have been one time where I actually was laughed at as if my sister's life was a joke. And then it's like no matter what the opposing party do, they let them get away with it. Like, prime example, the guardian recently resigned, and the judge said that she committed no malfeasance, but I have ample proof that she did, but he refused to look at the proof. So now, my family, my sister and I are in agreement that we want to appeal the case. We want to take it as far as it can go. And we want to spread the word about how corrupt the system is. And I'm not the only one dealing with this. Like, as you may have seen in the news, Britney Spears had to deal with this. Other celebrities had to deal with this. There's people that I know, like in Florida, in Michigan, in Indiana, in California, and other states where they had to deal with corruption in probate court. And I'm not only trying to free my sister and raise awareness about the corruption, but I'm trying to do this to spread the word to everybody, because anybody can be subject to probate court. Because you live long enough, you're going to get older, and when you get older, they treat you different. They try to put you in the probate court system to get you guardianship or whatever, even if you don't need it, just because you're older. And some people, unfortunately, may end up with disabilities or may be born with disabilities, and they may try to put them in probate court, even though they don't need it, because there's alternatives. There's supportive decision-making, there's protective orders, there's advocacy, there's family support, there's dual power of attorney, there's advanced directives. There's alternatives to guardianship that will take care of every need the guardianship does, but better, because they won't cost the person as much money. It won't, and more importantly, it won't take away their human rights, their freedoms. And right now, I'm fighting for my sister's freedom, and I'm fighting for myself as well, because they seem to think because I'm her sister, I'm not supposed to say anything, and when I do, they try to punish me for it. So, I'm making this video to ask for help. Anybody that can help, whether it's giving legal advice, whether it's giving funds to pay for legal fees, or whether it's another person that's going through a similar situation we're going through and can find ways to speak out, organizations we could go to, a way to get the word out. Any help would be appreciated. But right now, we're asking for help for legal fees. Like I said, to appeal the case, to take it to the Supreme Court, or if need be, take it to the Supreme Court. Right now, we want to take it to appeals court. And I'm hoping we don't need to go that far. But if we do, we would like to have the funds to be able to do so. So I'm asking you for help, because this type of situation happens all over the place, and it needs to be exposed, and needs to be stopped, and the people involved need to be held accountable. I'm in the process right now in law school, and when I get done with law school, like, this is my second career. My first career was in social work, but now after I get out of law school, I plan on having some type of impact or input on legislation to promote guardianship reform, promote equal treatment of people with disabilities, to promote equal treatment of the elderly, and to stop these corrupt people that's in the public trust from abusing their power and causing unrepairable damage, or just causing destruction to not only family, but some issues in some situations, sometimes directly. I've heard cases where it's happened directly or indirectly, like in my mother's case, causing deaths. So any help you can provide will be appreciated. Thank you.